Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, October 9th, and last night I did not get around to editing today's vlog that's going up. I guess yesterday's vlog that's going up. Yeah, I decided that I was going to forego editing for one evening and just enjoy my time with my family, because editing can sometimes take a while, and that does pull me away from spending time with them. So my husband made us a really delightful pumpkin soup, and I made us a loaf of bread, and we had tea, and it was really nice. And so I got up, well, I'm always up early, but I spent this morning editing this little video, and thankfully it didn't take me too long. So after I finished my emails for the morning, I got to work with this, and I've been knitting the stockinette on my pumpkin sweater sleeve here on my first sleeve, and I think I've got it about as long as I want it for just the plain stockinette. So now I'm going to add in a colorwork motif, because it's coming to, I can't show you because I'm holding the camera, it's coming almost down to my wrist. So last night I decided to go through the Autumn Doodle charts, the Jamie Lomax Autumn Doodle charts, because I thought about incorporating one of those, like a different kind of pumpkin or something around the sleeve, but the more I look at it, the more I kind of just want to put in this little section here around the sleeve. I actually, when I looked back through some of the Ravelry projects, I saw there was another person who did that, and I thought it looked really pretty. I do kind of want to add more pumpkins, because obviously I love the pumpkins so much, so I don't know, I could do that. And then part of me worries, though, that if I add the pumpkin, it's going to be so simple. I kind of wanted something ornate on the sleeve, so I don't know. I'm going to just give it one more think this morning, and then swap over to doing some color work on the sleeve. And then sleeve number 1 will be done, and I'll have a plan for the second sleeve. I have not been working on this too much these past few days, because as you've seen, I've been doing nothing but working on my heirloom quilt cardigan. But since I couldn't do that while I was editing, I'm glad I had time to work on the sleeve, although we are still in the 80s here in Alabama, so even if I finish this tomorrow, I won't be able to wear it anytime soon. But I'm thinking, hopefully, I'll get to wear this to the Alabama Fiber Festival on November 2nd, which, by the way, I've had questions. I haven't been able to respond to everybody. I've been trying my best. It's happening at Briarfield Park, which is near my shop in Calera. And they have a website, so you can go and look at their address, and I've had people ask me about lodging. You can go on their website to get information about the festival and then go from there. But yep, that's my morning so far. This has been basically my nest this morning. I did all of my work from here, edited the video, and then I did a little bit of cross-stitching for like 5 minutes before my daughter woke up. And that's the start of my day. likes it when I give her a spoon with her tea so that she can stir.
My tea?
For me or for you?
My tea?
For you? Okay. Anyway, R likes it when I give her a spoon for her tea, and she likes to use it to stir her tea and to sip off of it. But she's so sweet, she just dragged the dining room chair across the kitchen to a drawer because she wanted to make sure that I had a spoon too. That was really thoughtful. We're headed out to work, but I just wanted to update you guys that I did finish my little hair this morning. The only thing I haven't done is put in the purple name tag plate, but I will probably do that tomorrow morning. And then the new clue tomorrow, I think, comes out around noon my time zone. But yeah, so I got the cutie little hair done and the little ocean and all of that. So this is coming along nicely and on schedule. Look at how lovely and purple this order is. I love these different shades of purple. This very sweet customer is going to be making the new Irene Lynn Ruth top pattern with these gorgeous linens from Quince & Co. I think the color is a little bit richer in person. I'm under artificial light right now, but I love this yarn, so I'm excited that this is going to become a Ruth top. And then this is my Monster Movies colorway on Merino DK, which is going to be really fun. She didn't tell me what she's making with these, but it looks like maybe a sweater quantity, so that's awesome. So I'm excited to pop this last order in the mail, other than a couple of pre-order things. Of course, I folded a paper crane to match. I try to do that, it doesn't always work out. Hi, from the shop. My daughter is with her grandparents today, so I have a lot of time on my hands to accomplish everything I need to get done. I just packaged up an order. I have finished labeling some yarn. I'm still working on labeling the rest, and then I have a few, I've photographed these ones. I need to photograph a few more and then add them to my inventory and my website. And then I need to sit down and respond to any emails I may have overlooked or set aside and YouTube comments. And then, my friends, I think I'm going to have, okay, this colorway is called Golden Afternoon. I think I will then have my own golden afternoon of just making. So I'm really excited. I think I've earned the time. So yeah. That's the plan. I think it's about 10:30 now, so I've been here a half an hour. And I'm going to try to do as much as I can, as quickly as I can, so that way I can have lots of time to myself. We'll see how it goes. Oh, did I say this is Golden Afternoon on Merino DK? A bunch of people have been asking when I was going to add this to the website. This was supposed to be the SAF debut color, and I still had to photograph some of the bases and all of that, but now it's going up on the website. So by the time this video is up, these should be on the website. Also, I'm not wearing knitwear today, but I do really like my outfit, so I'll show you. I've had this shirt for many years, since I was in college. I really like it. And then this skirt I actually thrifted over the summer, and I think it's beautiful. It's a natural fiber and has lots and lots of drape, so I love it. Make sure that I show you guys these sock sets. I'm about to put the labels on, but I have them all laid out because I was photographing them. This is called, the sock set is called Pottsfield, which is of course based off of Over the Garden Wall, one of the arguably best episodes in the miniseries. I just fell in love with Pottsfield and everything about it as soon as I saw the show. So I decided to dye up a sock set based off of Pottsfield. And I was kind of going for that same, golden autumn pumpkin patch kind of feeling with all of like the, I don't know, just hay and pumpkin fields, and yeah, hopefully that comes across. So this is the adorable sock set based off of Pottsfield. And yes, while I'm labeling these, I am listening to Potatoes and Molasses, and yes, I am singing along. So if you happen to come into the store and you hear me singing in a falsetto, Potatoes and Molasses, well, I'm sorry. here they are with the labels, which I think looks even better. It's just so fun seeing product that I've been working so hard on get packaged and come together this way. But oh, I love these sock sets, and now I want to watch over the garden wall. Okay, it's a little past noon, and work has taken me a little bit longer today than I kind of expected, but that's okay. I just finished replying to all of your YouTube comments for Vlogtober so far, at least at the time of recording this, so it felt really good to sit down and chat with everybody. My goal this year is to respond to every single comment, and I think so far I have done that. It took me a couple days to get back to some of them because I really can't do that when I have my daughter with me, so it's nice to have this uninterrupted time to sit and not just reply, but also really read and process all of the beautiful, sweet things that you guys have to share with me. Just like last year, I really enjoy doing this vlogging format because I feel like we are getting to know each other so much better through this. Like the people who are tuning in and watching every day they seem to be invested in me as a person and not just in what I make. And if you know, if you just are interested in what I make, that's completely fine. But it's just really wonderful to know that there are people who are invested in me and my family. So thank you all. It is such a treat and honestly very refreshing because, you know, even though I have emotionally and mostly financially sort of recuperated from the SAF situation, it still does hurt my heart, you know, not even going into all of the devastation for the people who are actually tangibly, physically affected by the storm. But, you know, again, just from my bird's eye view as a SAF vendor, you know, I'm trying so hard to be optimistic and cheerful about the situation, but of course it is still sad. I was really looking forward to the experience of getting to know my fellow vendors, getting to know all of you guys who were going to come. Obviously the trip, I love that area, going to be with my family. So yeah, it's still weighing on me a little bit, but I've mostly been able to just keep calm and carry on. So yep, it felt really nice to sit down and read all of your comments again. So thank you. Okay, so as far as work goes, I have actually just about finished every little thing. I just need to create a couple of listings for my website, but I have already uploaded the pictures to my computer, so I just need to create the listings and then copy and paste the descriptions of the items, and then I can call it a day. And so I'll probably have about 3.5 hours to just do whatever I want, which hasn't happened in a long time, unless I've stayed up late or just woken up really, really early. But I don't have to worry about my daughter waking up from a nap and needing me or any kind of possible interruption. So I'm just here to help customers and probably knit. Oh, I am gonna make some coffee real quick. I actually meant to do that before I sat down to reply to all the comments, but it was like I just started replying to a few, and then it was just so nice that I sat there and replied to all of them. So yeah, I'm about to make some coffee. I already ground up the coffee beans, and I just need to, actually, I really just need to turn the pot on. I need to put water in it and turn the pot on. There it is right there. There's the coffee in the filter basket sitting right there. So all I need to do is turn it on, and I could have done that half an hour ago, and yeah, but here we go. I'm gonna go make some coffee. Just finished updating the website. It feels really good to get this done. Obviously the colors on the recording look different than the actual colors on the screen, but if you check out my website, there are even more new yarns than when I added last week. Just a couple more, just a couple new things, but yeah, it feels good to get everything on here. It is officially time to knit. I'm excited. Okay, so this is what I've chosen to do. I wanted to go ahead and knit the color work on my pumpkin sweater, the sleeve, but I decided I'm just going to go ahead and seam these two panels together because then I can soak them and block them, and then I can resume this whole cardigan thing and also receive a verdict on whether or not my seaming looks good. Interestingly, the seaming looks a lot better in natural light than when I took that video last night under artificial lights when it was dark outside. When I reviewed that footage, I was like, oh my gosh, my seaming looks really bad. And I didn't notice it until now, but it's weird. In natural light, it looks a lot better. So again, I have high hopes that once I block it, it's going to look better. Anyway, so I am working on that. I'm just weaving in the ends right now before I seam these together. I just finished this strip and now I'm going to weave in the ends quickly on this one. There's just a few, and then I will mattress stitch these together. And then I'm watching Elizabeth Ann can stitch. Elizabeth Ann can knit. She can do all the things. So she's very creative. So yeah, I'm watching her little vlog while I'm working on this. It's a good day. I just finished weaving in the ends. I don't want to trim this because yeah, I'm just gonna leave that. But anyway, I just finished weaving up the ends, and now I'm going to have to go back and look at some of my vlog footage because I can't remember I can't remember how these go. I took a picture, but I rearranged one of the rows since I took the picture. So I have to look at my vlog and determine what I decided. Just a few final stitches and this will be totally seamed, and I have to say I think it's going to look really good and I don't think I'm going to have to redo that. So just a few more stitches and then I'll be done with this part. It looks so good. So as you can see, I just finished seaming it and I actually think it looks fantastic. This is the back of the cardigan. I'm about to block it. Look at what I've done. I'm so proud and excited. I mean, it's not perfect, but I have to say it's still pretty good. I certainly learned a lot about seaming and I got better along the way, and that's okay. I'm going to leave it. I have a feeling once it's dry and finished up and draped across my body, it's going to look totally fine. And if anybody is inspecting it very closely, well, that's a whole other issue. So, but there we go. Yay, it's blocking. Now I have to sew the front panels together. Now that I feel good about this part, I can move on, sew the front panels, and I feel like this is going to be over before I know it. It's about time to go home. I have to leave just a few minutes early so that way I have time to stop by the post office and drop off one more package, one more order. It's ended up being such a nice day for so many reasons. It feels so good to be caught up on work. I have gotten a bunch of phone calls again from you sweet people, and then I had lots of knitting time, so I pieced my entire back panel and it's sitting right over there and it looks so good that I could cry. I see the finish line with this project and that's really exciting. I need to look on Ravelry to find out when I started it, but the last time I looked, I think I actually hadn't put my start date on there, so I might have to go back through my podcasts to figure out around what month I started it, because I don't remember. It's been a while though. I started it as soon as all of the yarns came in, but I don't remember if that was over the summer or if it was in the spring. I don't know, but I'm very excited. The other thing I've spent my knitting time doing is playing with the sleeve for my pumpkin sweater. It's bunched up because it's not actually over my head, my arm's just in it. My whole sort of vision for what this would look like, I wanted to do a colorwork balloon sleeve. So I kind of did some interesting things. I knit the whole sleeve. I didn't even look at the pattern. I just knit this whole thing kind of with this idea in mind. It's honestly a very fast knit because it's DK weight yarn. It's a large gauge for the most part. So I kind of figured I thought it'd be fun to just try out some ideas, and then if it doesn't work, I can just rip it out and do it again. I still haven't done the other sleeves, so there's still room to play. There's a baby crying outside with the daycare. Okay, so here's what I decided to do. I did start out with a pumpkin chart on the sleeve, but the distance between, like, the floats I thought would probably be a little bit uncomfortable to have near my hand because I had a feeling the color work chart I was doing, there were really long floats. And I was worried that my fingers would get caught in it every time I tried to put this on, and I want this to be like cozy, so I just decided to rip that out. I didn't want there to be a weird tension because, as you might remember, I'm holding my orange yarn double, so it's already a little bit thicker than the rest of the yarn, and so I decided to play around with part of the original chart that's in the yoke. So this does mimic some of what's in the yoke, and I think it's really, really pretty, but what I decided to do was for the whole sleeve, I didn't do any decreases, and that's the part that I'm like kind of unsure about. I'm gonna see how it looks once it's bound off and I can really put it on and maybe even block it and see how it goes. But I did an increase a couple of rows into the color work to match up with the chart, and I thought that would help give it the balloon look, because even though I didn't decrease in the sleeves, it's like they're almost kind of oversized, but they weren't balloon sleeves because there wasn't like a lot of extra fabric, just a little, and I wanted it to look more intentionally like a balloon sleeve. So I increased it by like half, which is a lot. And then I did my color work, and now I have the world's smallest, funniest looking cuff. I did multiple rapid decrease rounds because I really wanted it to cinch in the wrist at the cuff, because again, I want this to look cute and intentional and not just sort of rushed and oversized. So this is just an experiment, but I kind of like how it's going. I have stuck my hand through there, and it fits just fine around my wrist, and I think it's going to be cute, but we'll see. I love the sweater so much and I want it to be perfect. So if it means redoing the sleeve, like I've been saying with my other projects, then I will. But so far so good, I think. Trying it, I did go in the bathroom and try it on right after I finished the color work and did the first little decrease. And if anything, I kind of wish I would have cropped the body. It's basically high hip length, but with these sleeves being so big and the body is a little oversized, I wanted some positive ease. I actually kind of wish I would have cropped it. So that's another option. Say I do the sleeves and I think they're cute, but they look imbalanced with the sweater body. I might just take out some of the body and crop it. I actually think that would be really cute. So there's a chance I will do that. But okay, I think it's time for me to pack up my stuff. I have a few more minutes. I'll probably finish up the ribbing real quick and bind off. And then I'm gonna head out and yeah, go have an evening with my family. You can hear me. My washing machine is finishing up, so it's being very loud all of a sudden. I just wanted to quickly wrap up today's video because I haven't had a chance to record anything really since I've been home. I had a really nice day. I feel like I accomplished a lot with my projects. So, this morning I mostly finished my cross stitch, the part that I'm on for this month for the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And I seamed my back panel for the heirloom quilt cardigan, but I also finished one of the sleeves on my pumpkin sweater, and of course I accomplished a lot at the shop. So I feel like it's been a really nice day, and thank you so much to all who called me today. Anyway, thank you so much to all of you who called me today and had such sweet things to say. It was a pleasure speaking with all of you. Actually, I was getting back-to-back phone calls. It was amazing. So thank you very much, and I enjoyed reading through all of the YouTube comments today and responding to those. I have on my Agnete cardigan right now. It's pretty warm in my house, but I threw this on over my tank top pajama shirt to record. But I love this cardigan. This is actually the project that I was working on last October during Vlogtober. If you've noticed the thumbnail, so if you've noticed the thumbnail for Vlogtober, it's actually the same picture that I used last year. I wanted to compose a new picture for this year, but I just didn't have the time, and then I wanted the continuity, so I never changed it. But if you look in the thumbnail, this is the sweater that I am working on in those pictures. So I was working on this project last Vlogtober, and I just love it. It's a PetiteKnit pattern. It's the Agnete or Agnete cardigan, and I knit it out of Pearl Soho linen quill and their tussock. I love this beautiful autumnal golden color. I'm sure the lighting isn't doing it justice because it's nighttime, but yeah, this is a beautiful fall knit. There, I buttoned the sweater so I don't have to hold it anymore. I have something really funny to show you guys. Look at this tiny cuff. This is hysterical. It actually fits great, but it looks incredibly silly. So it stretches wonderfully. It's a 1x1 rib. I did a stretchy bind off, but it looks hilarious compared to this balloon sleeve. So I tried this on earlier, and it's not blocked, but I do think I like it. I think I'm gonna move forward with these sleeves. I think it ended up being really pretty. I'm curious to see how this yarn is going to block, and if it's going to get some more drape, or what it's going to do. So I think I'm going to block it before I do the second sleeve, just to be sure that's how I want the sleeves. Yeah, I feel very accomplished today. Anything else? The new Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery clue comes out tomorrow. I don't know if I'll get to start it, but I'm excited to see it. There was a clue, and it's going to have a house. I've also been racking my brain and scouring the internet trying to decide on a fall-themed cross-stitch pattern that I want to start. I'm working on Coffee and Eggs by the Artsy Housewife, which feels vaguely autumnal, and I really enjoy that one. And I've put in a lot of progress. I think I'm like 30% done, or maybe more. I've been so focused on my knitting again, so I haven't been cross-stitching as much, but I really want to do a fall pattern. So I've been looking and looking, and I just cannot find my unicorn. Like, I can't find the one project that really speaks to me. There was one new pattern that just came out, and it's like a Mary's Pin Keep or something. It's really pretty. It's like cottagey, very vintage looking, but it's a woman feeding her chickens, and I just think it's so cute. So I was thinking about doing that one. I kind of want something that's a little bit more distinctly autumnal with pumpkins. I found some motifs or some charts that were pumpkins and like quilt star motifs, and so I've seen some really good ones. I'm trying to be very decisive. I also downloaded a handful of free autumnal patterns recently, and so I have a couple that I think are really cute. Plus I have like a frog and toad pattern that could be good. So I don't know. I feel like by the time I decide, autumn is going to kind of have passed me by before I can start an autumnal project. So I don't know. That's something I've been also doing, is lots of research for a cross-stitch pattern. I don't have enough time to do all the things. I know you guys know how that feels, but I want to spin. I want to work on my crochet blanket. I have a bunch of knitted works in progress and cross-stitch. I just think about all of these things all day long. I wish I had time for all of them all at once. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up and say goodnight. I missed my daughter a lot today, so it felt good when I went and picked her up, and now I'm spending time with her. So yeah, thank you for tuning in for another day, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for whatever I end up getting up to. Bye.